everyone. Roadshow Trucker back at you with another great video, the good, bad, and ugly, my personal journey on the trucking side of things. I'm back. I haven't posted a video in, it seems like, a couple months, but I just wanted to pop in here and let you all know I'm still doing good. I'm out here hustling. Last month I did take a couple days at home, nothing too exciting, and now I've been out for, I don't know, a month, but here in about 3 weeks, I think, for Halloween, I'm gonna go home for Halloween weekend, and then a month later I'm gonna go home for Thanksgiving, and then my plan is to stay out for Christmas and the New Year's and whatnot. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to pop on. You know, I've been going strong. Everyone knows I'm doing the lease purchase with Prime. Everything's going good. I have noticed that an uptick in things, and what I mean by that is freight in general. Things are starting to pick up a little bit. You know, one thing you guys got to remember, especially if you're new, throughout the year, you got your seasons in freight. And I may be saying this or might not be coming out the right way, but you're going to have your lows and you're going to have your highs. You're going to have your busy times. You're going to have your not so busy times. You're going to be in areas where you might have to deadhead a little ways to get to a better area. But no, things are starting to pick up, and you know, I hate to even bring it up, but you know, I've noticed that truck stops aren't as packed. Not every area is like that. There are some areas that are still clustered. You know, you try finding parking at 10 p.m. at night and there just ain't a parking spot, and then you got to get creative, or sometimes you can't even do that and you got to pull out and drive 30 miles to the next truck stop to find a parking spot, and you're not guaranteed then to get it. But I think that with some of these trucking companies like that Carol Felmer or whatever, might be pronouncing it wrong. You know, they closed down like 400 trucks. 400 trucks ain't a lot, but I think also with the DOT cracking down on non-English speaking truck drivers, I think that a lot of them, you know, have come off the roads, and therefore it's just easier for parking. It may be just me. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, I am getting unloaded. I'm parked at a receiver, docked in here in Kentucky. I did have a pre-plan that was sent to me yesterday that I agreed to. It was like a 300-mile total run, picking up 50 miles from here and taking it up to Logansport, Indiana. So 300 miles for about $800. You know, I'm like, yeah, I'll take it, because I'm dropping it like 12 hours later. Well, the problem is I just got here to the 90. The 90 is always where you're delivering to. The 01 is where you pick up. The 90 is where you're delivered. And it's my appointment time was at 3 a.m. and I was here at about I don't know, 2:30 this morning, and the light just turned red not too long ago. So they have started unloading me, but I can tell this place, it's a real slow process. So I did get a hold of my dispatcher, the night dispatcher, I should say, not my fleet manager, because he's not working at 3 in the morning, but because my pre-plan 50 miles from here was to pick up for a drop and hook, at 1:30 this afternoon. Well, the problem is I'm out of hours, and I got an hour left on my clock, and I drove 500 and something miles to get here. I was able to get a 2-hour nap in before coming here, just down the road, but I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm going to be out of time. I'm going to have to take a 10-hour break. So I got a hold of dispatch, because, my experiences with these dropping hooks, they're real lenient if you're going to be a little late, but in this situation, let's say let's say I get unloaded at 4 in the morning. I'm not getting my hours back until 2. Well, that's a half hour later. I still got to get a trailer washout. I got to plan for that because you never know. I might be able to blow it out, but that's not always the case. And I'm still 50 miles away. So that's another, I like to plan at least an hour and a half for that, because you don't know if you're going to get stuck with traffic. You don't know, construction delays. So I'd feel more comfortable. So I got a hold of them. I said, look, I pick it up, but it's probably going to be around 4. It's 2.5 hours later. I've done it before, and they've said yes. Well, they got a hold of Sells, and Sells must not have wanted that. So my pre-plan is now changing. I do not have a pre-plan as of right now, which sucks. Because as soon as I get unloaded, I'm going to sleep. And my experience in trucking, guys, is, and I'm being sarcastic when I say this, but they think we're robots. They think, boy, when we get a notification, they don't take in consideration that, well, we may be sleeping, we didn't hear it. And I don't want to miss out on picking something up this evening because they sent me something at 8 in the morning and I didn't get it until, 1 o'clock this afternoon when I woke up. So I don't like that when they do that. This is why, and my fleet manager, he's been really good, especially lately, sending me pre-plans and keeping me rolling. And that way when I leave a receiver, I know where I need to go, where I should park. Should I advance toward the shipper? Can I just go here and park, get my break in, and head out? I love that when they pre-plan things to you. So it's the waiting game. It's the waiting game, and that's part of trucking, guys. If you're new and you're watching my videos, it doesn't matter who you work for. You got to have patience in trucking. It's just how it goes. But I don't think I have anything else to bring up. Sorry if my videos are kind of boring. I'm still working on, I want to shift my channel a little bit. To more of a training channel for new people that's coming in. YouTube has really helped me out. When I was looking at finding a training company to help me get my CDL and whatnot, I searched and I watched a lot of videos. I've learned a lot watching trucking videos. So I want to try to shift that a little bit, and there's a reason. There is a good reason for that. So I want to be a CDL trainer. But here's the kicker. You got to have your CDL, and this is a law. You got to have your CDL for at least 2 years before you can become a trainer. Now, when I say trainer, I'm not talking about a TNT where you go out and you train somebody for 30,000 miles. I'm talking about at the pad, teaching someone to do the maneuvers, to pass the exam, to do the pre-trip on the semi, to pass the exam, you know, that kind of stuff. And so I still have 1 year and about 3 months before I can do that. So I want to get a head start on doing some videos like pre-trips, Missouri pre-trips, because if anyone's looking at my videos and thinking about coming to Prime, then they know what to expect on the Missouri pre-trip, because it doesn't matter what state you come from. If you're brought into orientation with Prime and you get approved, you're going to be doing the Missouri pre-trip. And let me tell you guys, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier than Illinois. Illinois hasn't switched to the new modernized pre-trip testing. So, you know, I'm from Illinois, so if I would have took it in Illinois, there was a lot more stuff I needed to know. A lot more stuff. This one in Missouri, it's easy. Trust me, guys, it's nothing to stress out on. So that's where my channel's gonna end up. The direction of my channel's gonna end up going to. We'll start there. And there's a reason. I would love to be a TNT trainer, and I'm still sitting here thinking about it. The problem I have is I'm going to be with a new person, and they're going to be driving while I'm sleeping. And I just don't think, I can't rule it out that I won't give it a shot in the future, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to sleep good while this truck's moving. So that's why I want to be a CDL instructor, because they can go out with me. They got to be with me for 10 days, but they can only drive because they don't have their CDL yet. They're still got a permit, right? So they'll go out with me for 10 days, and while we're out, I'll be teaching the pre-trip and getting them experience and backing. And then when we get back to the terminal, you know, a couple days before they test out, you know, then we'll practice on the maneuvers. The maneuvers, you don't need long on the maneuvers, guys. I'm not the brightest person out there, and they clicked on me within the second day. I would say the second day it clicked. And you know, and when they're out with me for 10 days, I'm up here in the seat. I got to be next to them while they're driving because they have a permit. So, you know, and they're only required to get 10 hours in 10 days. They have to be with me for 10 days, but they only have to get 10 hours of drive time with me sitting up front. So we both will be sleeping in the back together. You know, the trainer will be on the top bunk. I'll be on the bottom bunk. So the truck ain't going to be moving while I'm trying to sleep. So I think that's just a better fit for me. We'll see. I like I said, I can never rule it out that I won't ever be a TNT trainer. I guess it you know, I could, like a switch of a button, I guess I could, if I'm training someone and I really like that person, and you know, our personalities match, and the person's got a good head on their shoulders, you know, there's a chance I could call up and say, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll take this person out for 30,000 miles. But you know, I can still, as a lease operator, still make money. The thing is, though, I'd be going back to the terminal, you know, 2 or 3 times a month to get a student. long as they pass that exam and get their CDL, I think as a lease operator, we get $1,500 a person. So I'm considering all that. We'll see where the future holds. We'll see. I'm pondering on some things, and of course there's some things I'm not for sure on, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. Cold weather is coming in, guys. It's coming fast. A couple days ago I was somewhere and it dropped down to like 45 degrees, and for the first time I had to, I woke up a little chilly, and probably because I had my AC on before I went to bed. Anyways, I had to turn that bunk heater on for the first time, and of course this is my first winter, guys. Those that have been following me, I got hired with Prime and completed my 30,000 miles. Got hired with them on January 16th. Completed my 30,000 miles on March 19th, I believe. And then I got my own truck and I was on the road for my first dispatch March 25th, I believe. So I'm still new. This is my first winter coming up. And even though that I'm new, guys, I've learned so much out here being by myself. I was not a good backer when I went on my first trip solo. I learned most of the stuff. Well, I should say it clicked on backing and whatnot, being out here by myself. I struggled for the first couple months, but I think I know enough now that I could train somebody, if you guys get what I'm saying. So we'll see. Once again, it's bright and early. Today is October 16th. So we're about 3 weeks away from Halloween. And all I can say is, for all my fellow drivers, get those sweatpants out, get those jeans out. The shorts are going to be retired soon, unless you're down in Florida or Texas, anyhow. But that's all I got. I hope y'all are having a good week, and most importantly, I hope everyone stays safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.